Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a reading on Noah's Ark and the story in the Bible of Noah and how he built the Ark in 40 and then as it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And I kind of just want to look at the story. What's behind it? Is there any truth behind it? Is it just a story for story's sake? Is there any truth? Can we find truth here in the real world? What was kind of maybe what's been lost to history and what have we maybe just focused on? And the such. So I've done the reading. It's kind of interesting on kind of the twists and turns that we're kind of gone into. Feels like there's a lot more political power than I initially thought that there might be going on. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Otherwise, quick news and announcements. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so using my website link down below. I offer in-person, aka like virtual Zoom meeting sessions, as well as private videos if that's something that you are interested in. All the information can be found in the description box below on my website, sunbursttarot.com. If you want to check out any reviews, you can actually check those out on my Google. You can just check me out, SunBurst Tarot LLC, on Google, and you can check out reviews from other customers there. Otherwise, if you otherwise, if you want to see videos like this early, get access to exclusive content, extended readings, and the such, feel free, join YouTube members. Otherwise, disclaimer, remember everything I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all, just my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the Hi everyone and welcome to the reading. So today we're going to be looking at the story of Noah's Ark and the story of how Noah built the Ark to house all the animals to get everyone away from the flood. So I wanted to take a look into this story from the Bible and see, is there any truth, credence to it, and kind of just see what I can get, because I'm super interested, and I had put this on a community tab post for people just watching it, and I'm like, hey guys, would you guys be interested? And a ton of people were, so I'm like, let's do it. We're gonna start with this one and kind of maybe delve more into other topics as we go. So right now, what I'm looking at is just what is the general energy behind the story? Is it true? Is it not true? And if so, like, what's the general energy behind the story? And then we can dive more into, like, different parts of it, or kind of to see where this reading takes us, to be really honest. So let's take a look at it's like the general energy behind the story. Like, let's take a look at the story. Like, what is the story essentially in its entirety? The Death card. This is like a death, like it's a rebirth, a renewal. We're going from one to another. It's like we're going from one to another. I also love, I've never noticed this in this card or felt the need to call it out, but look at this little boat on the river. I think there was a boat, y'all. Oh gosh. So looking at the energy behind this story, but also here with the boat as it's like traveling down this little river. And with it being the Death card on top of it, it does feel that there is a transformation from one part of the world to another. It's like something had to die for something new to start. Think of it as like the phoenix. Yes, the Death card's like something had to die to get here, but it's like we're also in this phoenix rising. So, also with this pumpkin, it's like the phoenix rising. It's on fire. It's a weird thing going on here. But it's like we're having a death and birth and renewal. Why is this the world reversed? Because we're repeating a cycle. Or repeating an old cycle of death, birth, and renewal. And that's what it is too. It's like death is a cycle. It's like something ends, something begins, right? Seeing it with the world reversed here, it's like because we're starting it because we're repeating an old cycle, or we're repeating an old cycle where this has been something that's been done before, and we'll do it again, and done before, and then we'll do it again, over and over and over and over again. Financial influences here as well. It's like a higher power came in and financial influences. Odd. Because it's the Judgment card reversed. So if I would see it upright, it's like, oh, this is God. This would be like God coming in and being like, smite the world. Right? That would be like a God on high looking down upon its subjects and being like, this is why. Seeing it reverse, it does feel that there's like, we need to reset this. Is there a higher being or power level that kind of maybe came in with this alongside the story and kind of just was like, y'all are messing up. Y'all aren't doing what you're supposed to be doing, so we have to reset the cycle. That's what this feels like. It's like a power on high is coming in and saying, we need to reset the cycle here. And this is how we're resetting the cycle. Hopes and fears, the Hanged Man reversed. The fear here is you're not going to learn. We're going to have the same patterns, we're going to repeat the cycles again because you are refusing to see things from a different perspective. Like, we didn't put things into place to get you to see a different perspective. It's almost like there's a veil. This is odd. Because, like, what I'm seeing is like, okay, so why do we keep repeating this cycle? Like, why does this keep happening? Why aren't we seeing different things? Because, yeah, on top of the unseen obstacle, there was a catastrophic unseen event that came in. It's like this shook up the world. Again, do I believe in the flood happening? Yes. This is very odd, though. Because, like, the flood happening, this is a catastrophic event. This is something that was it was unplanned, it was unplanned. It was not, it wasn't planned for. We weren't really thinking about it. Also, like, my water heater in the place that I'm at is really weird. It bubbles and toils and trebles, and no one can tell me what's wrong with it. But and it's getting me drawn to, like, there was something bubbling underneath, or there was some unseen circumstances that no one could explain, not even the people that were, like, there, or the people on high. Like, no one could understand or explain, because this just came out of nowhere, and no one could explain what happened, like, why things were bubbling, why there was toiling, why there was troubling. It's like, why this great flood happened. It's really weird, because, like, no one understands where, like, the extra mass or the extra water came from. Very odd. The other challenge here, the Strength card reverse, this was a pride and ego thing. There was a lot of people in civilizations and people that just were just wiped out overnight because of this. I don't know how long ago this was, but, like, the story behind the story, yes, I think this is something that actually did happen, especially with this Strength card right here. It's like the challenge is, like, no one was prepared for it. No one was strong enough. People were weak. It just came out of nowhere. However, what this event, like, what the story and what the event is like, it did bring balance back to the world. Very odd. Very, very odd. So, yeah, it's like this brought balance back to the world, to the order, to what we kind of wanted. It was a great reset, it almost feels like. Because here in the past, it's like the revealing of secrets. Yeah, we're revealing secrets. Like, things are coming to light. This is so really weird. And then here in the future, someone who was greedy and selfish. This is super weird. And I'm trying to figure out that, so, like, do I believe the whole story is true? Like, that someone got, like, brought in and was like, nope, we need to save all these animals, we need to save all of what's left of humanity to keep going to the next thing. Yes. Do I believe that that was part of the story? A portion of it, I do. Do I believe there was a great flood? 100%. Do I believe it came out of nowhere and like destroyed entire communities that were fairly civilized? Yes, and technologically advanced, probably more so than today. Maybe not too from today, but almost on par with today's technological advancements. That's a yes. Okay. As here with this tower, it's catastrophic. I'm also getting with this Emperor card. There's like a king-like energy, a king-like energy. I also see it as like there's an experiment gone wrong, and that's kind of why this was so unexpected. This catastrophic event. It's like no one expected something to go wrong. It's very odd because it's revealing of secrets. Let's take a. Now I'm kind of curious. What was that all about? What was that kind of all about? Like, I'm curious. Like, what was this catastrophic event that kind of just came in and, like, went kablooey on everything? Because it feels like, yes, there was, like, a reset needed on things because it's like people weren't doing what they were supposed to, or things weren't going as they were supposed to. And instead of... It's like we were trying to like it was like the great reset button. And like coastlines changed like forever. So, let's take a look here at what is this catastrophic event that kind of came out of nowhere? Because it does feel like there's a sense of like it was experimentation of some sort that kind of just went kablooey in people's faces, and then it like destroyed like where it was built, but then on top of it, it destroyed where it was built, destroyed what that all was, but then it was also along the lines of it got destroyed. And then it affected the whole world at large. Think about it as like, what I could think about it is like the glaciers, right? Like it's a giant glacier came out and then like slid into the ocean, and then it like raised the water levels like 20 feet. Like that's what it feels like. But this is super unexpected. So let's take a look at what this unexpected big catastrophic event was all about. The King of Wands reversed. Greedy, selfish, full of themselves. Someone who's going to be, it's my way or the highway. I know the best. No one else knows. No, this is like, there's a masculine presence around this thinking I'm bigger and better than anyone else. Like, do what I say. I don't care about the consequences. Why is this? Because the Page of Wands. Yeah, because say as I do, say as I do. Don't question it. Page of Wands with this King of Wands reverse. It's like, I just need you to do what I'm telling you to. Just do the dang thing. Financial influences. The star reversed. This was stuff that was done in secret at this point in time. It's like no one could have prepared for it because it was all done in secret. Whether this was like a secret, like experimentation, or because it's like because what I get when I see this world. It's like they have similar technology to today. And I don't know if they had the global reach do they have the global reach that there is today though? Oh. No. They don't have the global reach today that they have the global reach that is current in today's society. No. So it's like, I don't know if we're looking at it from like a city-state perspective, and like there was a city-state, if you remember ancient history, Mesopotamia, earliest known human history. Okay. But again, with the star reversed, it's giving me like this is like a project done in secret. Maybe this is like a city-state thing where it's like it was the city-state and no one kind of knew what was going on there. Because the hopes and fears here is this Justice card reverse. We're going to get away with this. This is someone's energy here of like whatever this event is. It was completely unplanned. Just do as I say. Don't question my authority. We're doing this in secret because I want to get away with things. Maybe this was, and it's like, we need to test this, whatever this is. The unseen obstacles, the Nine of Wands. We didn't listen to we were walking on eggshells. People knew this was a bad idea or was going to cause, this is very odd to say, but I'm almost getting like, was this like a weather manipulation type of machine that kind of went off that they were developing? So, it's just odd. It's just odd to say. But with this Nine of Wands here, it's giving unseen obstacle. Because in this Nine of Wands, it's like you see all these fireflies, and it's over this hill, and this is actually storm clouds rolling in. And with these storm clouds rolling in, it's like this turns into, it's like it got out of control. Like I see energy being sent up into the atmosphere, creating rain clouds. It did not stop raining, and it just flooded the entire area because it's like whatever energy was being sent up could not be like reversed. Do you guys see how this is something that's been really interesting? But have you guys seen how like Dubai, or I should say Saudi Arabia, has been having some of the weirdest weather in the last, I don't know, 5 years? They're getting floods. They apparently just got a ton of snow for the very first time ever. So I have questions. If y'all want me to read on what's going on in Saudi Arabia's weather patterns, let me know. But this definitely feels to me like weather manipulation that went wrong. Because, like, say as I do, don't question it. Because the other challenge here is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We've put time, money, and effort into this. We've nurtured this. We've put this all together. We're not letting this be a waste. Also with this feminine energy here, it is giving me a sense of there's a little bit of a domineering personality, like a feminine domineering personality here of like, what I want is mine. So you have the domineering one who's like, say as I do, not as I, just say as I do, don't question my authority. But then we also have the person over here who's like egging them on, or it's like wanting all the material things. I almost see this as, I don't know if it was a husband or wife. I'm hearing no. But it's like one person wanted all the things, and the other guy, like, she wanted, like, this Queen of Pentacles wanted all the things. Wanted all the things and then some. King over here is like, I will get that to you, my dear, my sweet, whoever you are to me. And he's like, I'll do it at any cost necessary, even if I've destroyed entire civilizations, which is kind of what ended up happening. Because what was going for this situation, the Hierophant, a lot of people were not committed to this. Whatever this catastrophic event, it did happen. They knew this was going to go wrong. People weren't committed to this. It's like, oh, maybe this is what we could do. Maybe this isn't what we couldn't do. It's like there was some speculation here if this was going to work or not, and it did end up working. So like I feel like this could have been 10 times worse than it already was. So that's what I'm getting here. But with this commitment as well, it's like what's going against it. Once this happened, like the whole shebang blew up, is what I see. It's like once this energy was sent up into the sky, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. After that, the whole place where this originally started went underwater, and it couldn't happen. But it took so long for the world to recover. It's super odd because here in the past, the Emperor reversed. Here they are again. This is like, it's this domineering personality coming and wanting to be greedy, selfish, and do whatever they wanted. And then here in the future, the Ten of Wands is releasing of a burden. So again, with this catastrophic event and what was behind it, it does feel like there's 10 of Wands of like, we're releasing this burden because the burden is no longer available. So really odd and interesting. Okay, so the next thing I want to look into is Noah. Like, who is Noah in this whole thing? Because like in the story, it's like Noah got a message from beings from above, God, and was told to build this ark, and that's what he did. So how does Noah play into this is my question. Like, how does Noah play into the story of, it feels like all of this like weird political stuff going on in the background of someone wanting what they wanted, and then another person being like, give me what I want, and it turned into a giant cluster of, and it really ruined a lot of people worldwide. So it's almost like the coastlines got completely changed as well. And with the, let me know if you guys want a reading specifically on the pyramids and the Sphinx, because I feel that's really odd. This is super odd. Okay. But let's first of all, let's take a look here at the Noah. What was Noah like? What was going on with Noah? And his like, is this like truly Noah? Is it was one guy who kind of put it all together? Is it not? Like, where does he kind of fit into this, into the story? Because I feel like that's super, like that's a pretty key part to most modern and into the story of Noah's Ark, right? So let's take a look here at what's kind of going on and see what we can see. This one last big great shuffle, and let's take a look, see what's going on here with Mr. How does Noah fit into the story of the Great Flood? So the Knight of Wands reversed. I leapt before looking. This is a very impulsive decision for him. Why? The King of Cups reversed. I was someone emotionally manipulated him into doing something extremely rash and brazen. This is weird. Financial influences, the Emperor. Well, there he is again, this Emperor guy. Because he was being greedy and selfish. Hopes and fears. I'm going to triumph over the illusion. I'm going to triumph over the illusion that's being projected out there. Hopes, unseen obstacles. This is the Ten of Wands. This is a giant burden that happened. Along with the Nine of Cups, the other challenge. My dreams weren't met. Dreams weren't being met. Two of Wands is what's going on. We had to rethink things, our dreams. Here in the past, the Seven of Pentacles. And then here in the future, the Four of Swords reversed. What I get from this is, like, how does Noah fit into this picture? It's almost like Noah fit into this picture because he was emotionally he was like emotionally manipulated into building this thing. Or he was a young gun that's like, I'm gonna do the dang thing because I'm being told. It's like, because he was like almost like manipulated into doing it. With this Emperor here, it's like the Emperor is like, ha 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 ha, I'm gonna get this kid to do what I need to do, and like I'm gonna fund it because that's what I want, but I don't want anyone else to. Like, he was like, it was almost like Noah was like a secret project for him almost. This is weird. Because, like, the Emperor here is financial influence. This is someone who's greedy and selfish. There's greedy, selfish energy around money and resources. He was a brash, brazen, young buck of a kid who got emotionally manipulated into doing this. That feels right, yeah. He got emotionally manipulated into doing this. Because there's like a greedy, selfish energy of like, I want what I want. My hopes and fears here is that I'm going to come out above the water. Like, I'm going to fly above the water. I'm going to fly above other things here. The Ten of Wands is like, this is a huge burden of what's going on. He's a burden to this story. He's a burden to the story. Because it's like people focused on him and not the true story. Because also here is like the Nine of Cups reverses the challenge. It's like our dreams weren't met. Our manifestations weren't met. Our hopes weren't met. And Two of Wands reversed as well for like what went right. Is like we had to redo the whole thing. Seven of Pentacles reversed is in the past. It's like we had a bunch of different options. We tried doing this. We tried doing that. It didn't work. And then in the future, the Four of Swords, we kind of had to lay stuff to rest. Where Noah fits into this story, it feels like how I see it, is, and I don't need to be right. It's like Noah was kind of like a last ditch effort almost to get. He was like a backup plan to the backup plan to the backup plan. For this whole, if things went south as they did with this whatever experiment they had going on, he was the backup plan to the backup plan to make sure at least some people got rescued or were able to make it out. Maybe people do it as animals now because, yeah, but it feels like there were people on this arc of his. And like he was like the last ditch effort. And so he was given all the credit of like saving all these people from this giant flood. But like the story of why the flood happened, of the people who were truly behind it, was lost. And in losing that, it's like we're now destined to repeat history because we only looked at the hero and not the villains. And why were they villains? Why did they do this? And now it's like we're going to be repeating history. Yeah, Four of Swords is like this ended something. This ended a whole civilization, it feels like. This ended a lot of places. Anything that was on the coast is completely gone and down into the sea. I also don't know why I see like the Pacific Ocean and then like it's the middle of it and it's like why isn't there something there? It's really weird. It's like, why isn't there something there? There's something that's supposed to be in the Pacific Ocean and it's supposed to be bigger and like a bigger land mass and it's just gone. And I'm like, why isn't it there? Why isn't it there? Why isn't it there? Where did it go? So that's something that's odd. I just keep getting drawn to that portion of the ocean. And I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Why is it gone? So that's what I'm seeing here with the story of Noah's Ark. If you guys like that, feel free, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Otherwise, if you leave a suggestion of what kind of like story, historical mystery from religious texts that you would want me to potentially look into, I'm super interested in this. I got a few that I'm be looking into. One is the Ark of the Covenant and what the heck ended up happening to it. This is one of the greatest treasures of humanity that has been lost. So I might be planning on doing that reading here soon. But otherwise, thank you all so very, very much for watching. If you would like to book a personal reading, please let me know. Use the website link down below. Otherwise, if you want to join YouTube members, that is something to do if that's something that you would like to do. Otherwise, thank you all again so much for watching. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.